Long ago, in the land of Canaan, there lived a young man named Joseph. He was one of the 12 sons of Jacob. Joseph was deeply loved by his father, and Jacob showed this love by giving him a beautiful robe made of many colors. But Joseph's brothers did not like this. They felt their father loved Joseph more than them, and jealousy began to grow in their hearts. One day, Joseph had a dream. In the dream, he saw his brothers bowing down to him. When Joseph told them about it, they became even more angry. To them, it sounded like Joseph was saying that one day he would rule over them. Not long after, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers, who were working far away in the fields. When they saw Joseph coming from a distance, their jealousy turned into a terrible plan. At first, they talked about killing him, but instead they decided to sell him to some traveling traders who were passing by on their way to Egypt. The traders took Joseph far away from his home, his father, and everything he knew. In Egypt, Joseph was sold as a servant to an Egyptian officer named Potiphar. Even though Joseph was now a slave in a foreign land, he worked with honesty and dedication. Everything he did prospered, and soon Potiphar trusted him so much that he put Joseph in charge of his entire household. But trouble came again. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of doing something wrong. Because of this lie, Joseph was thrown into prison. Joseph had done nothing wrong, yet he found himself in chains. Even so, he did not give up hope. While Joseph was in prison, God gave him a special ability to understand the meaning of dreams. One day, 2 prisoners had strange dreams, and Joseph explained what they meant. Everything happened exactly the way Joseph had said. Years later, the ruler of Egypt, Pharaoh, had troubling dreams that none of his advisors could understand. Someone remembered Joseph in prison and told Pharaoh about him. Joseph was quickly brought before the king. After listening carefully, Joseph explained that the dreams were a warning. Egypt would experience 7 years of great abundance, followed by 7 years of terrible famine. Joseph advised Pharaoh to store food during the years of plenty, so the people would survive the years of hunger. Pharaoh was amazed by Joseph's wisdom. He said that no one in the land was as wise as Joseph. In that moment, Pharaoh placed Joseph in charge of preparing the nation. Just like that, Joseph went from being a prisoner to becoming one of the most powerful leaders in Egypt. Everything happened exactly as Joseph had said. The land enjoyed 7 years of great harvest, and Joseph stored large amounts of food. Then the famine came, and food became scarce everywhere. People from many lands traveled to Egypt to buy food, including Joseph's own brothers. When they arrived, they stood before the powerful ruler of Egypt, not realizing that the man before them was the brother they had sold many years earlier. Joseph recognized them immediately, but they did not recognize him. Joseph could have taken revenge. After all, these were the same brothers who had betrayed him and sold him into slavery. But Joseph chose a different path. Instead of punishing them, he forgave them. Finally, Joseph revealed his true identity to them. His brothers were shocked and afraid, but Joseph spoke words that showed his deep understanding of everything that had happened. He told them, "What you meant for evil against me, God meant for good." Joseph explained that through all the pain and hardship, God had placed him in Egypt to save many lives during the famine. Joseph invited his father Jacob and the entire family to come and live safely in Egypt, where there would be food and protection. In the end, the young dreamer who was once betrayed by his brothers became the very person who saved them. The story of Joseph reminds us that even when life feels unfair, we should not lose hope. Difficult moments may be part of a greater plan we cannot yet see. It also teaches us the power of forgiveness, patience, and faith. And sometimes the very challenges that seem to break us are the same ones that prepare us for something greater.